hope that helped. What's up, dudes? Today I am fixing my double end bag setup. In the past, I've had it basically set up off of my aqua bag or my buoy that I made. It's really great, you know. It's a non-permanent solution, although honestly, I feel that with it being hooked to the chain and the chain is wiggling, I'm not getting as much reverberation as I want. So what I'm gonna actually do is do a permanent solution, but the whole point is that it needs to be removable because I don't want to have to, you know, not use this space in the garage to park the car. So what I'm going to do for this is I bought this. It's basically a threaded anchor for concrete, and I bought this eye bolt. And basically they're 3/8 inch and it goes right in there. So imagine this is in the floor and it's recessed, so you could drive over the top of it and it's not going to be really an issue. And then whenever I need to put up the double end bag, I'll go ahead and just screw this thing into the floor, and then the hook will be right there. No vibration from this part, so we can get a lot of vibration out of the double end bag. So basically how this part works is that you drill a pilot hole. Pilot hole is, you're gonna drop this inside the hole. So it's gotta be big enough for this. Once it's in there, there's a little piece that we have a setting tool. So this setting tool right here, we're gonna put it inside the hole like that and hammer the top of it until this little piece goes down in there and expands the bottom, just like a wall anchor for, you know, drywall or anything like that. It's a similar concept, except we're just putting a threaded hole basically into the floor so we can have this and remove it as needed. The biggest idea about using the buoy was that I wouldn't have to have just a hook hanging out of the floor, but somebody may have already thought of this and came up with a really great solution. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna use a 3/8 inch drill bit to essentially make sure that we have a big enough hole for this thing to go into. So yeah, I wanted to add one quick thing here because I basically want this to be as even as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I've tied the eye bolt to a piece of string. I already have an eye bolt in the ceiling, and that's what I'm currently hanging the bungee cord from. What I'm gonna do is basically disconnect the bungee cord, tie the rope all the way down to where it's gonna basically pull out of the floor, mark exactly underneath where it is so it's right up and down, and then we're gonna drill into the concrete and make some permanent damage. See you there. So this thing is pretty centered. I'd say that about right there is where we need to get this connected. It's nice and straight up and down. So boom, right there. That's where we're gonna drill. All right. So I had the wrong drill bit, so I went ahead and got my other one. So this is a 1/2 inch drill bit. Keep in mind this is a 3/8 inch anchor. Notice that I did put tape here, and the reason for that is I don't want to go too far into the concrete, so this tape is going to tell me where I need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out this hole. the right size, but I just don't think that I have enough horsepower on this drill. Usually you're gonna need a hammer drill, and this is a piece of shit, so probably not gonna be able to do it with this, so might need to get a different tool.
I got a high-powered drill. It's not an H drill or whatever. Basically, you'll notice this is a smaller bit. We're gonna make a pilot hole for our pilot hole. This is our final size. Notice the electrical tape to tell me how far I need to go. Looks like it worked. All right, so it's in the hole. I had to rub around it a little bit to create some free space, but now I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing set. So we're gonna use the setting tool plus a hammer. Success. That ain't going nowhere. So I hope that helped. This is gonna be an anchor for your double end bag. That way you don't have to use a water bag or a weight or anything, but you can also remove this, drive right on over it and not pop your tire.